and why hello, my fellow dragons, fellow visitors, and all the like. It is I, the Dragon Lover 95, here with another in the return of reaction videos. And I am not alone, for I have a guest with me, the one you haven't heard from in a while, but a sort of crypt keeper himself and a being of horrors as well. So do introduce yourself.
Why, hello everyone. This be CoolCole64, and I'm back after a little while of busy work and stuff, and getting myself into the October mood. Yes.
Yes, we are back. Well, it's been a while, anyways. If you guys probably recall, it was basically during the cringe fest of Sonic RPG.
Oh gosh, that was headache inducing.
Yeah, yeah, and I know for a fact it's not going to get any better later on, because I've seen what it was capable of. Oof! But here, this was suggested, of course, by, well, a few people before, including Cole himself, to do the sort of sequel to Godzilla NES, that be Godzilla Replay.
Yeah. It's funny to think that, there's been a sequel to this for a while, but it's been left unfinished, apparently. And I don't know if it ever will be. It's like the same case with the Muffin story. Like, she had interest in continuing it, and then she just dropped it and then forgot about it, probably. But overall, I've moved on from that one.
Yep, these things tend to happen and such. And, maybe at some point we can react to that at some point.
Yeah, that would also be pretty, horror-based.
Oh, and at some point, we will basically do a reading of some creepypastas, including some that I basically brought up. Though, let's be honest here, I still need to basically work on the obvious stories, which won't be for a while, so you guys will have to hang in there. But when it gets done, it'll get done.
Yeah, and I myself got into writing a little Sonic fan fiction that was a bit suspenseful. Unfortunately, though, I don't know where to go from there. I'm like, at first I was thinking I was going to do the story from a different perspective leading up to that moment, or that I was going to continue it and then tell it that way. But I'm a little bit torn.
These things happen when you're a writer and such, and you don't know, and you're stuck. So take a break from it, probably have ideas that'll come up, and they'll just flow naturally. That's how it always goes.
Yes, and I always whenever I'm coming up with this stuff, I always just try to think, does this make sense? Does this flow well with things going on? Would the character actually make this decision?
That's mainly up to what's the decision and such. And as long as it's not falling off the story pathway and such, and it actually makes some sense, it'll be fine. In fact, I've actually encountered a few who have ideas, but they just don't fall through. In fact, the stories just end up not working, and they just become a jumbled mess and confusion, and it really just sucks the invest in that the readers would be that were interested before.
Yes, always the case with good ideas, bad execution. A novice writer can write a shit script with the best idea in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Said by Misanthropony. Yeah, okay.
Well then, as this goes, warning, there'll be jump scares for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of used to that stuff by now.
It really depends on the timing and such. Now, without further delay, let us commence.
I've been looking forward to this.
My name is Carl, and I have just obtained a game with quite a story.
Hi, Carl.
Main character named
already
Carl.
Heard about Zach and his NES Godzilla cartridge?
Yes, I've heard of that.
And
you guys probably remember my reaction to it.
Skimmed through the recounting of what the game supposedly did.
If you probably have noticed, I have Titanosaurus behind here.
And I
could have gotten Godzilla himself, but he's sort of trenched away in a
I used
cabin.
Buy it now for a decent price, $10 including shipping. Zach sent me an email and we
But hey, I got Big T here.
He seems like a decent guy, despite being a bit loopy and dramatic.
The guy's been on
He made it clear
quite
that
a
he was
journey.
dead serious about the
with the
game
game.
being unnatural and dangerous.
Yeah.
I still wasn't entirely convinced myself, but I played along. About myself in the game. I actually never played NES Godzilla, at least not with the actual cartridge. After I won the bid, I played
Well,
the
lucky
game on an
you
emulator
then.
bit to see what it
Yes.
was like,
How
and
convenient.
also so I could point out noticeable differences, if there were any, later on. The first two worlds were decent fun, but it got boring pretty quick. Also, I'm
Yeah.
not a Godzilla expert.
That is the case
I
with
liked
this
watching
NES
the movies
game.
when I was a little kid, but that was a long time ago. I hardly remember
I
any
actually
of the
had
monsters,
Godzilla,
except for the
Destroy All
really
Monsters
famous ones,
Melee,
like Rodan
and
Mothra. So if the
the
game starts throwing a
Unleashed,
bunch of obscure
which is
for Wii.
Godzilla-related stuff at me, I might not
Yeah.
catch it.
I
did-
didn't grow up with
Here
any of
is the
those
game
ones.
cartridge
Yeah.
itself.
I rented Save the World.
There's nothing visibly wrong with it. No weird marks or anything that would make it stand out. If it got misplaced and sorted in with some regular games, you would never know the difference. I haven't actually started playing
Looks
the
are
game yet.
deceiving,
I'm
though,
still in
with
the
this
process of
kind of
hooking up the
stuff.
TV to the
Yeah.
computer,
Yes.
so
This
I can
game
take
is
screen caps
supernatural
in the
for
event
a
that things
reason.
get interesting. For now, here's a photo I took of the
Whoa.
title screen starting up.
That's like Virtual Boy! How would you like that? Up close to your eyes in red and black!
It's like puking on a pile of shit.
Yes, references are coming. Reboot. Ah!
Yeah, we're gonna make a couple of those.
Yes.
Let us
The connection between the TV and computer is all set and ready to take screenshots.
Let's go!
I guess I'm ready to
Well, we
begin
know what
too.
to expect, or
There's
do
nothing.
we? Hmm.
Okay,
That is
so
a
the
question.
opening screen looks the same.
Godzilla! Monster
If
of
this is
Monsters!
like Zach's game, there won't be anything
This is-
noticeable until the
He's
first
blocking
boss
half
fight,
the goddamn
but I'm gonna be
title.
disappointed if this whole game ends up playing normally. Only a few seconds in, and already something's off. I almost
Uh-oh.
didn't notice, but the last
boy.
game option, it's gone. I don't know why. As usually,
Turn
we're doing
back.
The same thing as new.
It's telling you to turn back.
Oh god,
And
I
unlike
really
Sonic
hope this
DXE,
doesn't mean that I can't save.
This at least
I don't
is
want to have
a
to
little
play
more
this entire
interesting.
game in one sitting.
Yeah, we don't talk about that cancer.
Maybe the world titles will work as
Yeah, me and
passwords or
Edward already
something.
did that, and he did the ooh
No way to
impression.
know until I
So
start
there you guys
playing,
go.
I guess.
Yeah.
It skipped the solar system intro entirely. That's a shame. I liked that music.
Well, who wants to sit through that anyway?
What
Yeah.
What is this? This isn't what the Earth board is supposed to look like. And I don't have Godzilla or Mothra? Holy shit. Looks like I
Well,
don't have
that's
to worry about
Godzilla
not
in
seeing
his
anything
dinosaur
new.
form,
Nothing in that
apparently.
above
Yeah,
screenshot was in the
pre-evolution.
original game besides the life meter. I don't think any of it was in Zachary's playthrough either. The only other thing that seems to have remained the same is
Different.
the music.
It
My
remained
lone playable
itself.
character is this blue
Hmm.
dinosaur. Since the meter refers to it as Godzilla, I assume this is him prior to getting mutated.
If anybody
So,
remembers
no
Yes.
watching that
yet.
movie,
It
you
can
guys
only
will
attack
probably
by
know.
punching and biting.
Or reading any
There isn't
comics.
much in this jungle aside from other dinosaurs. The pterodactyls dive bomb me when I get close, but most of the others either attack or run away.
Yep.
Sometimes when I kill one of these, I get a health power-up, which looks the same as the original. It's a pretty short level. I got to the end in less than 2 minutes. I'll try the blue and
Easy.
yellow icon next.
Mhm.
This level is a beach, as you can see. Those little
Hmm.
crabs are a pain. They jump and latch
I
on
wish
and
I could
drain
be there
health.
right now.
But thankfully, they don't take much
Yeah.
punishment and give health when they die, so it balances out. Only problem? They're everywhere in this level.
Well, they're
I
crabs.
try to jump over them when I can.
Oh yeah,
In the
Mr.
second half of
Krabs.
the level, there's less of the
Ah.
crabs, thank God.
Hey, lock
and
this
more of these
monster!
aquatic dinosaur fish enemies that
Hmm.
emerge from pits. I've played quite a few platformers in my day, so this is nothing difficult. It isn't scary either, but it's giving me a weird feeling. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, a
but
feeling
it's
of
like if I hadn't
discomfort
tried out
or
the real game
something.
Before, I might not have known anything was out
I
of
get more
place.
weirded out.
For a supernatural game, so far it's just playing like a normal game, but not the game that it should be.
Well,
Oh,
it has
None
the
of these
power to
dinosaurs
change
or levels are
itself,
supposed
so.
to be here,
mm.
and I have no idea where they came from. This third level
Whoa.
is very glitched. No enemies at all.
Oh,
and
man.
the Godzilla dinosaur is flashing and
That's
his
so
body parts are
trippy.
rearranging
It's like,
themselves. with
ah,
every-
what the
And-
hell?
Music is
Ah, get me
similar
out of
to
this
game.
level!
It's slowed
Ah!
down and has a lower pitch.
And that
I was
planet
going
kind of
through
looks
the
like it
level
has
trying
a
to figure out what
goat's
went
face
wrong
on
with
it.
When I
It
suddenly
does.
got attacked by a very glitched
Almost like the
Ghidorah.
icon of sin.
I almost freaked out because there's no
Oh, hi,
way I would win a
Ghidorah.
fight against Ghidorah like this.
Yeah.
But then the game froze and made a loud buzzing sound.
Ow!
Ugh.
Then it returned to the board.
Yeah,
I
that
hate
hurts.
when that happens.
weird.
Yeah, weird
The last level
is a
type
better
is
yet.
another jungle. It has the exact same
Always
graphics,
weird.
but this time it's set at night. The dinosaurs here are different and
There's
a
an
lot more
Osaurus,
aggressive.
there's a
They come from the
Spinosaurus,
left and
and
the
a
right
Raptor.
sides of the screen, so I have to pay
Yes,
attention to
Dino
both.
Nerd here.
I'm attacking the small dinosaurs for the power-ups and avoiding the rest, because I'm fairly certain the Triceratops at the end of the board is a boss fight of some kind.
Yep.
I don't know what to expect from it, but I don't want to be low on health either way.
Good call.
The level is longer than the
Yes.
others, and I notice a strange kind of teamwork
Powers-
occurring with the enemies. The blue raptors will follow my dinosaur around and keep jumping at him, knocking me back into the path of the larger ones. There's another dinosaur of the same color that does a similar thing, charging at me and inflicting damage until I
It's
either
a
get away or
headbutter.
kill them. It's like these dinosaurs hate me for some reason.
Well,
Here
you
I
are
am
a
at the
predator.
boss fight. There's a
And
nuke going
Yeah,
around
it's
the
every
background, and the
dinosaur for
battle is timed at
themselves.
1 minute.
Yep.
This
The
must
bomb!
be the decisive hour when the dinosaur becomes Godzilla. I guess this Triceratops must be the strongest animal on the island, a rival. Better take him down now, or else a very different king of the monsters will arise.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't have much attack variety. He seems to be limited to charging. I jump when he doesn't, and
Well,
then
that's a
assault him with
Triceratops
everything
thing to
I've
do.
got, which isn't much.
Yeah.
He went down with only 4 seconds to go. No time to outrun the bomb, but it seems I wasn't supposed to. A cutscene starts to play.
Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Whoa, wavy.
Yeah.
There he is.
When it ends, the game goes back to the game select menu.
Nice. That
New
is a
game
very
has been
nice
replaced,
picture,
and I
alright.
continue.
Yeah, pretty good.
And that's World 1. For my
Oh,
first impressions,
short world.
I'm not sure what to
Well,
say.
it is World 1.
I feel a bit overwhelmed. Where did all of this come from? And
I'm
why?
overwhelmed, sir.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what to
Well.
think about this game. I sent my Chapter 1 write-up to Zach to get his thoughts on it. See if he could give an insight on what it was doing.
I told you before.
I don't think he's
I
gonna.
don't know how the game does these things. If you're suggesting I put these graphics in the game myself, you're mistaken, because this is the first.
Zach, you sound different.
It looks like the game has recreated itself.
Almost sounds
again
like
since I played
MadPat.
it. That's not a good sign.
Well, yeah, they couldn't
Not a
get the same
very
guy,
helpful
Cosby
response,
Daff,
but
or,
Yeah.
oh well.
or
I don't know what
who
I
did the
expected him to
other
say
narration.
anyway.
Yeah.
As for the game, I'm heading into World
Oh.
2 today. It's called Galed. No
Galen.
more actual planets.
Galed, is that like a name of a
Well,
diamond or
here's the
something?
Galed
Maybe
board.
you...
Glad to see that I
Oh,
actually
this
have
is
Godzilla
pretty.
now. There's quite a variety of levels here. That evil-looking symbol at the bottom right must be my exit. I hope I don't meet up with...
Almost looks like a uterus.
By
Yes,
pressing
okay.
select on the level icons, I discovered that all these levels have their own names.
Okay, yeah, I
which
know
are
that.
Tundra, Ice Cave, Isolation Zone, Lost Way, Temple of Silence, and Sin.
Temple
Ah.
of Doom.
First two sound
Okay.
reasonable enough, but the
I don't
others,
do
I
well
have
in
no
cold
idea.
areas. Ugh.
I'll start with the Tundra level.
Nah, neither do I, even
Tundra
though
is about what
I
expected.
prefer to have
It's quite pretty to look
big
at.
coats.
Godzilla plays like normal, but he moves slightly
This is-
faster, which is nice. The
this is
music here is a
pretty.
new track, which has a subtle yet
yes.
foreboding vibe to it. It has a definite wintry sound, and seems more advanced than the usual NES music.
Forget the name of the
Creatures are no
sprite
longer
maker, but yeah,
dinosaurs.
he's pretty good
Instead,
with
the
making
tundra
them.
is populated with various
That's
weird
talent
beasts.
for you.
I suspect this will be the case for the rest of the game, but I don't
Okay,
know
that
for sure.
just looks
There's not a
weird.
whole
It's
lot
like a
going on
head
here.
coming out of the...
I don't have to use many attacks.
Yeah, you know
because
what.
most of the creatures
Yeah.
here are non-aggressive. It's actually rather calming. The snowfall has turned into a blizzard.
Again,
Oh.
It's hard to say,
deceiving.
but I'm coming across more and more bodies buried in the snow.
Ugh.
The snow went berserk and made it almost impossible
There's a reason why it's
to
called
see
a
whenever you see
tundra.
into the level. When it started coming down like this, I could tell that my observation time was over. So I got to the end quickly.
Yeah,
There
it's
wasn't
best to
much
get out of
resistance
there.
from
You don't want to
enemies.
freeze.
Mhm.
Actually, I didn't come across anything living near the end.
Ugh.
Alright, on to Ice
Very
Cave. After
unsettling.
having to deal with the blizzard, I'm somewhat glad that this level is
Hmm.
quote-unquote indoors. I can't go left for obvious reasons, so I head to the right. The music
Feels
is
like a
very
Metroid level.
odd. Somewhere
Yeah,
between
kinda giving me those
relaxing and
vibes.
mind-numbing. These blue creatures
Whoa.
are enemies that chase me around.
They look like
They
a
don't deal
less
much damage,
version of
but
Solomon.
I prefer to outrun them.
Yeah,
Conserve
it's got
my
like the
health.
same
There are
structure,
numerous
but the
spiked
mouth
pits I have
is
to
yeah
jump
way
over. It's
different.
tricky
Yeah,
to
it's
do
like,
so without running
"Ah."
into the beasts. You can see me failing at that in the screenshot. I also
Uh-huh.
have trouble with these things that use freezing. I need
Freeze!
to hone in on my
Freeze,
presence and wait
sucker!
to attack at the most inconvenient spot.
I was
The level
frozen
ends with a
today!
mini boss fight against this
Nah,
crystal-covered
gotcha.
creature.
Yeah.
There's very little room
Hey,
to
the
move
crystal,
without getting
the
stabbed
crystal
by icicles,
character
though
from
the boss doesn't seem
Godzilla
affected by them.
Unleashed.
He moves fast and can spin in the
Hmm.
air, but he's not much tougher than the other enemies.
Neato.
The first real boss is a crab called Ganymedes. Maybe that's a Godzilla monster? I've never heard of it before. The fight was
Nah,
quite
I don't
easy.
think I
The
have.
crab moves forward and back while
It's
snapping with
pretty
its
much just
claws,
made it up
then
this
jumps
for the
and
story.
spits. I made short work of it by constantly kicking
Yeah.
him in the face. Things are going pretty well so far,
Kick in
but
the
I am
face.
only halfway through. This level is some kind of platform in space surrounded by floating crystals.
Base.
Very slow and lonely sounding music.
How do we get
playing
into
in the
space already?
Some of the crystals have baby-like things inside them, which I can knock out by punching the crystal. When I punch an
Those
enemy
are like the
crystal, it takes
same.
me to a
Oh, it's
small
like the same
box in
fetus as the
area.
moon
I went into
beast.
4
Yeah.
crystals. The first was the screenshot above, the second was the same, except the room was empty. The third sent me to a frozen corridor where I had to run past
Ooh.
snake monsters that emerged
That's-
from
That
holes
actually,
in the wall.
honestly, yeah.
And the fourth
If this
sent me
was
to
a real
this
game,
little
I would
character.
give it a try,
I walked
even
up
though
to him and
Yeah.
a text screen came
potentially
up.
it could
He had
threaten
something
my
to
life.
say.
The
The
being
first
the anomaly it
man
is.
was Ezekiel Vanderfruit.
Huh?
Nice effects.
Citation needed? No, seriously, I don't get it.
That was weird.
And that was the end of the level,
Yeah.
apparently. Another boss fight. This time the opponent is a giant turtle called Camebus?
Chemibus?
I don't know how to pronounce these names.
Yeah, it sounds
It's slower than
Japanese-ish.
Ganymedes and doesn't have any ranged attacks.
I'm gonna say it's
But
probably
more damage
Camebus.
resistant, and it
Yep.
doesn't seem to move in a set pattern. Sometimes it extends its neck out to bite me, but that's easily avoided. I'm getting a little concerned by how low my health is. I can only hope the game increases my life meter soon.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I
Boss fight
will
is
say
also
this. That's
flooded
another
with
thing
light
that kind of
isolation
takes me
zone,
out is
except
when
with a
they
cloudy
manage to not
background
die
and numerous
once in these
platforms.
games.
The music is
Yeah.
actually pretty gentle and
I mean, because
calm.
it's like
It
their
sounds like
first
a
time
lullaby.
playing and they shouldn't know what
I
to
proceeded in the
expect. Like,
direction
I
of
would
the
probably
arrows,
die a
though I
couple
would've gone to the
times,
right
but
anyway.
who
This
knows?
level has me on edge because I can't always tell if I'm going to land on a
Oh,
platform
this
when I
level's
jump,
a
or if I'll just
maze.
make Godzilla fall to his death.
Mm.
It might seem like the platforms are densely
Yeah, I
packed
already
from the
put you through
screenshots,
one
but
of
it's more
those.
like there are
Mm.
clusters of
Uh-huh.
platforms throughout the levels, some of which have wide spaces in between.
I know you guys are gonna
I'm having to make
friggin'
many
YouTube or
leaps
meme
of
the heck
faith.
out of that.
There are plenty of creatures here, some of which are enemies from previous levels. Among them is the Ice Breather. Damn it. It's easier to get rid of them here than it was in the caves because I can make them fall off the blocks. I kill all the Ice Breathers I see to prevent having one of them freeze me mid-jump. That would be disastrous. After wandering around for a few minutes, I
Hey,
found this platform
Gorsaurus!
of gold blocks that moves up and down. It took me to an area with a blue dinosaur. Also, why is everything blue in Gaylid? Which I thought was an enemy at first.
I'm blue,
Yeah.
But
da
instead
ba
of
dee
attacking
ba ba
me,
da
it
da
started
ba
No,
following
dee
me
no,
da
around.
ba
not that
da.
one.
As the dinosaur and I march on, we see many other creatures
Hey, look,
wandering
there's
around, looking
there's
just
my
as
cousin there.
confused as us. That's when I realized that the arrows don't actually lead anywhere. They're intended to lead the occupants of this place into dead ends. So, now I'm ignoring the arrows and instead looking for the gold blocks. I've got no idea which direction the exit might be, but I have a hunch that those will lead me to it. There's also something that looks like a floating blob of snow. I don't know
That
what
cloud
it's
looks
about.
very strange.
After
Yeah.
using 2 more gold elevator blocks, we found this little
You
guy.
could say it looks very strangely. Yeah.
I don't know how I got here. Please help me.
Oh.
I felt sorry for the poor what's-it, so without even thinking
Well,
about
at
it, I
least he
blurted
asked.
out, sure.
Thank you.
Ah!
Oh gosh, it
Responded to what
responded.
I said, and that freaked me out. I hadn't pressed any buttons or anything, but Usal heard my voice somehow. It made
Oh
me
my
jump,
god,
but
yeah, I'd be
he seems
turning it
harmless
off right
enough,
then and there.
So
We
I'm
just
gonna
like-
keep on looking for the exit.
Okay, that's not creepy at
And
all.
we found the exit. Took about 6 minutes of backtracking. The exit ended up being somewhere behind the spot where I started.
No
Wow.
backtrack.
Next up
Yeah.
is Temple of Silence. Right from the start, an enemy comes crawling at me. It's this slug-looking thing with its
Whoa,
arms
this is
tied and
creepy.
mouth sewn
Yeah.
shut.
Uh-huh.
Has no attacks except running at me. There is no music
It
or
looks-
any other sound.
Those are
here.
chains on it.
There's a lot of enemies in this
Mhm.
level. I'm tempting to jump
Nope,
over
nope,
or
nope,
run
nope, no,
past
no, no, no,
them.
no, no.
The temple
I'm
appears
getting
to
the
be
hell
nothing
out of
but
here.
a hallway of enemies.
Ugh.
Got to the edge of the hall. There was a drop which put me
Oh,
in another
God,
hall
these are
beneath the
almost
first
like-
one, going back to the left.
Almost like System Shock
I
meets
don't have a lot
Silent
to
Hill
say
S,
about
I
this
guess.
level,
Yeah.
Except that it has some damn strange-looking enemies in it. and a
Yeah,
complete lack of
strange is
sound
understatement.
Yeah,
effects
strange is
from
an
the ceiling,
understatement.
Not to mention the statues. Here I
Uh-huh.
am going through the end of the level. Lots of
Yeah, those are.
ugly multi-face head
It almost
things
looks like
floating
they have
around.
huge mouths that extend to their
And
bellies.
That's the last of the gateway levels. Well, almost. Still got to get through Sin. Before I dive in there, I'm trying to figure out what this might be. The name is very vague, but it suggests that this will be something unpleasant. The level
Nope,
icon
duh.
gives me no hints. Yeah, I don't know. Here goes nothing. It's a boss fight.
Whoa.
I should have known. As soon as I heard the music, I could tell this would be a boss. Got up close and heat beamed, but it kicked me. It didn't do much damage, but I've only got 4 bars
Leather.
left, so I can't take too many hits. I try to run up and hit him and get smacked aside. If I'm too far away, he starts using a freezing beam.
Looks like a
The only
bionicle.
way to beat him
I
is to
remember
keep moving
those.
constantly. The hyperactive squirrel method of battle proved to be a winner.
I know
Luthor
that-
eventually
I know that,
grabbed Godzilla,
Bionicles, you
and
had
that's when he got
a-
a heat beam to the face.
American
After
Rejects.
Luthor died, an image of a gate appeared on the screen. It had 7 holes.
Move
One had
along.
Luthor's icon in it, and the other 6 were empty.
That's straight out of
After
Earthbound.
pressing start,
Yeah,
I
I was thinking the same
I'm gonna
thing.
turn the game off for now. Well, that was insane. While playing the game, I got so wrapped up in it that I sort of forgot that none of this should have been happening. The game does seem
Well,
to follow
it's
a specific
your
theme,
decision, man.
with everything in Gated
Yes,
being
your call.
cold and blue, but for the most part, I feel like there's a traffic jam going on in my brain. I need a break.
Beep beep.
Instead of immediately heading into World 3, I've decided to play around with the password screen today. I don't know what results I'll get, assuming I get any in the first place. It's the same weird, creepy music playing, but the password is
Yeah, the password screen.
Left,
Why
right,
did
and
they
end
make
characters
this?
are
Seriously,
gone.
that's
B
very
and A move
eerie,
the second
especially if
selector
young kids
around while
play
Start
this.
inputs the code.
Mm.
There's a new icon in their place, which is in some language I haven't seen before. First, I'll try world names from Zach's playthrough. Pathos didn't work. Trance also didn't work. Dementia, nada. Entropy.
Because those were
Screen
the
turned white for a
personalized
second, but then
one.
went back like nothing happened. I entered the code again, and
Almost
it was
felt like
rejected.
something from a Silent Hill approach.
Exodus, nope. Zenith, didn't work, but I'm not sure I want
Yeah,
to.
well, thank God for that, at least.
So
Eh.
I can't access any of the worlds that Zach did. Not only that, I can't even get to the worlds that I've already played. Gala didn't do anything either. That leaves trying passwords from the original game and guessing. I'll have to go
Very obvious
search
red
for them.
flag.
Alright,
Yes,
so after
big
5 minutes I
red
found
flag.
some. I tried the sound
Big
test and
red
destroy all
flag.
monsters codes, and they both worked. The CD player guys don't
What?
do anything as far as I can tell. The sound test
Whoa.
is only playing songs that I've heard in the game so far.
Weird.
It probably updates the song library as the player progresses. The Destroy All Monsters code sends me to this area where I'm a
Whoa.
robot that uses a club to kill little monsters. There's no
Oh
health,
my
time limit, or
gosh.
anything.
Aw.
The password music plays in the background. This made me feel uneasy, so I didn't play it for long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
eh.
I've gone through all
No,
my
I'm
I don't
out
think
of there.
I'm going to see what that new language
that's really
icon does.
pleasant.
Whoa. I don't understand this at all.
Wow.
I'm glad I still have the
This
option
is
of going back to
confusing.
English, but first, I'll input a
I'm
password using this and
confused.
see what happens. To my surprise, that
What?
random input got a result. Another odd game. The only objective is to get blood samples.
Very
from each of these
obscene.
monsters to put in the
Yeah.
beakers.
Weird mini
Don't
games.
know what the 120 means. It was there the whole time. After doing
It's
so, it goes back
Spiritual
to the password
significance.
screen. Tried
Oh,
another
this has.
combination and got yet another little game. How many games are in this thing?
A
This
lot.
time, a little yellow mouse and a robot on the ocean.
Eh?
Just swimming along.
It's conforming to your
Row, row,
desires,
row,
the
boat.
anomaly.
Why did
Uh-oh.
everything go dark?
Oh my god!
Damn!
Oh
How
my
was I supposed
god.
to avoid that? I input the same code trying
Why
to
did
start
it almost
over,
look
but
like
it
the
didn't work
moon
this
beast
time.
for a moment?
So much for that one.
Or,
I'll try
no,
one
it was
more.
like the toxic waste one.
I have no idea what's
That
going
too.
on here. Maybe it's a race, but I don't seem to be getting closer to anything.
Yeah, this is really
When
getting
I backpedal,
strange.
the flying thing
I'm
follows
weirded
me.
out,
Almost-
I
man.
rode around for a few more minutes.
Almost
but
getting
nothing
Yume
else
Nikki
happened.
vibes from this.
These password
Yeah.
games are certainly interesting, but they're quite fruitless. There's still one word I want to try out, though, but I'll need to go back to the English screen. Xander Fruit. And it had a result! The Transcendence Project. Now I'm intrigued. It looks as if this might give me some answers as to what this game is about. What really caught my attention is the blood red text stating, "Do not redistribute this cartridge." Clearly someone did not want this game being passed around.
Weird.
Because it's a freaking
it's
abomination that's
I really want to know why it
crazy.
shouldn't be redistributed.
puts people through
Oh,
hell.
come on! Just when I think I'm getting somewhere, it wants another password. What does this thing need authorization for? What the hell is a Transcendence project anyway? I guess I won't be finding out, at least not right now. Maybe another creature will give me the
Transcendence,
authorization code later in the game.
Curses,
I should have gone
passwords.
to work today, but I decided to stay home quote-unquote sick. I'm not really that sick, but I haven't slept very well for the past few days.
Well, that's...
Not because of nightmares, certainly not. I haven't remembered my dreams for a long while. But because I can't stop thinking
same
about
here.
the game.
This
I'm
happens a
enjoying the
lot,
game
so,
somewhat,
not
but
too out of the ordinary.
I'm getting this feeling that if I keep playing, I'm gonna see something that I shouldn't. Anyway, I don't see much point messing around with the password screen any longer until I have some combinations that will get real results. And the only way to get those is to go through the game, so on to World 3.
Well, how do you know that?
Corona.
World
Oh,
3
no.
is Corona.
It's,
Corona!
4 level types.
oddly
This
enough,
world
I have...
probably won't take
Oddly
long
enough,
to
one of the
complete.
dragon
The
hints
boss
literally
only
is called
3
Corona
spaces
with a
above my
K.
starting point.
Because of
That
heat and
strikes
sun
me as
and
a
rays.
little odd since the Galid boss
Because
was
poor
like 15
literacy is
spaces away.
cool.
Since the path is so short, I could get through in a few minutes. But I'm not going to try to
King
rush
Yeah,
it.
looks
The
pretty
levels
easy.
here are called Power Plant, Reflect, Patzer, and Forest. And there's one other
Panzer.
boss, which is King Kong. It surprises me to see such
Oh,
a big
wow,
main
no
character
way.
showing up. I'm not aware of any connection between Godzilla and Kong,
Monkey.
but I guess it doesn't matter. Power
Yeah, this
Plant
was
is a
even
dark,
before the movie
ominous
came
looking level
out.
of
Yep.
Like,
granite
well,
bricks, storm
yeah,
clouds,
the movie
and
was
power
alright,
poles.
but yeah,
The
there was
efficiency
always
of
a
this
thing
place is
happening.
questionable since the power
And
poles lack
Godzilla
connective
did win
wires.
that.
The music has a sort of
Hmm.
electronic synth.
That's what
I'd
I've
say
been told.
50
Going
50.
further on, I encounter some peculiar
Whoa.
enemies and see that a few of the power poles have electric chairs connected to them, some of which are occupied by dead
What is
or
this,
soon-to-be dead
Frankenstein
creatures.
to the
Every minute
10
or so,
max?
a bolt of lightning will strike down and light up
Damn.
the screen. The power poles appear to function as a combination of a lightning rod and a generator, getting their power from lightning strikes, which kill the creature in the chair as the electricity surges downward. So it's
Gotta
both
give
a power
props to
plant
how
and an
unpredictable
execution
these
field.
stories make this
Lovely.
game out to be.
Yeah,
Since
it's
these
very
poles attract
strange,
the
yet
lightning,
really
the only
unique.
danger of being shocked
Like,
is
you
by
just
seeing
never
right
know
next
what's
to one
gonna
that gets
happen.
hit.
Yeah.
Not too
Unlike
hard
the
to
same
get around, but
rehashes
with all
of
these
Sonic
sad things
EXE.
screaming in pain as their brains get fried, it's not a welcoming atmosphere. The level is a straight walk to the right, so with no potential for exploration, I make my way through quickly.
Yep.
Reflect is a castle-esque level with a lot of mirrors. It has a strange background and equally strange music. Like the crystals in
Ooh.
Isolation Zone, the mirrors here serve as teleporters. It takes some guessing.
Oh,
as to
really? I
which
thought they
mirror
would,
to
like,
go
reflect
through,
you
but
off
the
or
level
something,
doesn't
but
seem very large.
yeah, that's assuming
I can only
much.
hope I'll be shown some indication that I'm progressing towards the end instead of
These-
going around in circles.
Yeah, these
The
designs
mirrors
of
here
these
are different
enemies.
from crystals in that creatures can come through the mirrors at random. Usually it's those little flying creatures made of broken glass in the first screenshot. I hate those bastards because you can take damage if you touch them. While traversing, I found another creature that talks.
I am the prettiest thing that could ever be.
Alright.
I tried to get it to tell me a
Oh,
password,
my.
but it was too preoccupied to listen. It took a little while, but eventually I got to this mini
Gabbro?
boss who I assume is guarding the exit. He moves quick, sure, but he can't do much damage. I've got the advantage this time since there's a lot more space to move around, so his
Certainly. I
lightning
remember
bolt
that's
is
how he
easily
sounded.
avoided.
Yeah.
What do we have
Rodan!
here?
At least you got an ally.
Oh, Rodan, a monster that I actually recognize. That's great. Can't wait
Oh,
to test
wow.
him out.
And they still stay true
Wait,
to
I just
the
remembered I
monster
haven't fought King
universe,
Kong
then.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to use Rodan, but I'll use Godzilla for this one. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, none of us do.
Whoa.
Damn, he's tougher than I expected. He's dodging my attack.
Yeah,
and
they're
he's
pretty,
like hell.
he's King
In the
Kong.
middle of the fight, the game
Whoa.
suddenly started to glitch very badly. Weird, but I'm
He
not
glitched. Oh,
complaining.
boy, that was
Now it's
weird.
Rodan
Ugh.
time.
Ouch.
On to Patzer. Before the level starts, I'm told
Seize
to
a king.
seize a king.
It's
oh, I
chess.
get it. It's a chess-themed level. It doesn't involve
Ha!
actually
What do
playing
you
chess,
know?
though. That's a damn good thing, because I haven't played chess in 8 years. Rodan's a great addition.
I haven't
Knows
played it in,
everything
like,
Godzilla can,
12
and he
years.
can also fly. It's only my first impression, but he seems like a promising character, and I'm sure the flying will come in handy later. As for the level, the black and white chess guys can't pay much attention to me since they're also fighting each other. That makes flying around...
Yeah,
and
you're
looking for
fighting
of
one
the kings
opposing
simple.
side.
I don't think it matters which king I get, so I'm just going to go after the first one I see. Aha! There's one. So I go up and hit him, and then the level ends
Black
with another
team
info screen
wins.
telling me that black team wins. That's great for the black team.
Hey, that's
I'm glad that
racist.
level's over 'cause it's starting to
Okay,
mess
I'm
with my
sorry.
eyes. Let's see what the forest is like. Yep, looks like a typical forest level. Music is unnerving. Going to the
With
right is a
strange-looking graphics
Out of
there.
nowhere,
Yeah.
these
Whoa,
huge bat things
okay.
start dive bombing from the trees. They're hunting down the brown
Yeah,
creatures.
the monster design just
Trying to
keeps
get out of the
getting
way before I
uglier
get
and
bit.
weirder.
I got away from the
Cool.
sideways mouth bats. There weren't
Gotta
many
give
of them.
credit to
Not
the
much of anything down
creativity.
through here. I
Yes.
did everything
Oh god,
lose
that's not
color,
good.
and the music changed, but
Oh gosh!
Oh my.
I don't know what the hell
That would
was.
basically unsettle anyone.
Maybe I should just turn
Oh
this
gosh, that face.
Then again, all I have left to do is the boss fight.
Well, okay.
This guy is a lot more mobile than Lethar was. He also uses his
Exultan.
ranged attack almost constantly. Normally, this would just drain
Trying to
his
think if
power down
these
to
names are
nothing,
symbolic or not.
except that he can go up to the top of
Yeah.
the arena, get hit by lightning, and become recharged. I can get in some easy hits while he does this, but once he gets powered back up, he immediately does a lightning attack that fills the length of the screen. He doesn't seem to have any attacks other than lightning though, so I wait for that power meter to go down and then hit him with everything I've got. It's just a matter of time.
Good call.
And with one good kick to the face,
Just a matter
he is
of time.
done.
See you later,
I don't know
Pinhead!
why, but for some reason, it feels
Who you calling
really good
Pinhead?
to see another symbol on that wall. I would like to see the thing complete, but maybe that's not such a good idea. That thing in the forest gave me a really bad feeling.
He gave you a
And it's not
warning.
going to be happy if it knows I'm coming back. I'm still having
Is
trouble
he gonna be
getting
our
to
new?
sleep.
Is he gonna be
Ever
our
since starting
replacement
the
for
game, I've
Red?
had this weird
knows?
anxious feeling, like I
Yeah.
need to be ready for something. I'm not entirely pleased with what I've seen. That gray creature gives off a very bad vibe. But I'm not ready to quit just yet. World 4, Amorphous. Amorphous is a green board with 4
Amorphous.
level types. They're called Ruin, Falls, Reef, and Depth. I'm going to start with Ruin.
These also represent sins.
Ruin is a level of flooded temple ruins.
Yeah,
It
maybe.
has a dismal atmosphere to it. Some of
Like
the
there's 7
platforms sink into
symbols,
the
7
water after
deadly
being
sins.
stepped on.
Yes.
I don't know if the water is harmful or not, but I'm not going to
Don't want to
judge.
judge. Don't want to
I've
test
noticed
that.
a pattern. Creatures that stand still when you walk up to them are usually okay to talk to. The things that are constantly moving around either don't respond or they attack. Right here is something that's standing still, so I'll say hello.
Why can't I be strong? It's not fair.
Oh.
Ugh.
He seems bitter. Since I'm conversing with one of these, I'm going to ask it something I wanted to find out, which is how exactly these creatures can hear what I'm saying.
I hear with my ears.
Okay.
Really?
He's a little smartass, apparently. I doubt he's saying anything
Wow.
useful, so I'm
That's-
moving on. The level is sparsely populated by
Ah.
creatures.
Oh
Most
my
of them are
God.
these things
Yeah.
that leap up
They
and
look
bite.
like the plant
I'm
from
glad I'm
Plants
going
vs.
through here
Zombies.
with Rodan because I can fly over them.
Yeah,
After
kinda.
browsing through the level for a minute, I found Usal.
Hey,
Let's
it's
see how
him
he's
again.
doing.
I used to have a home here. It wasn't always like this.
He's not doing too well. The poor guy's lost his home from the sound of it. I don't know what to do other than to say I feel bad.
It's
for him.
creepy thinking about these
It's a
game
really
NPCs
strange
are
feeling trying to
sentient.
comfort something that
Ugh.
lives in a video game.
Uh-huh.
Then I ask him if he knows anything about a password.
I know a password. 121-904-15. I don't know what this does. Don't tell anyone I gave you this. They might come after me.
Well, they could probably
I
hear
feel
you.
conflicted by Usol's response. While I'm happy that I got a password, I'm also worried by this they.
I
that
at
he
least
mentions.
would just put a.
Who are they, and why would they come
I
after
would at least
him?
write it down
I
before.
try to ask
doing
him to
it.
explain, but he starts to fly away.
Okay, so we
Might
can't
as well see
fly.
what this password does.
Huh.
Heading back to the Transcendence Project, and we're in. It's
Wow.
rather strange that Usol got a code.
Oh
that works
my.
for this.
That is a
I was
lot
under
of
the
journal
impression that
entries.
his world was separate from this game menu stuff. Makes me curious as to how he got it, but anyway, let's see this project. It appears to be some kind of journal with separate entries as readable text scrolls. This
I'm pretty sure
makes
we
no
can
sense.
see that.
Why is there a written document about the cartridge in the cartridge? How did it get there? Did this doctor disassemble it and encode his own journal into the game? Why would he do that?
Ugh.
Nothing to do but start reading. It reads as
Yeah.
follows. Game cartridge was sent to me via anonymous donation. A letter was included warning of strange occurrences regarding the game. I am taking it to my lab for proper testing. Ran preliminary tests today. I have determined that the game is an anomaly. Further testing is needed.
Exactly.
Seems as if someone donated this game to a lab and some scientists ran tests on it. The journal doesn't say who the donor was or how they knew where to send the game, nor does it say what exactly the problem with the game is. It's only referred to as an anomaly. The rest of the entries describe
Anomaly
tests done with
Inc.
the
would
game.
like to have a word.
I'll post screen caps of some of the more interesting ones. First test with human controller. Game starts normally, controller completes World 1. World 2 is entirely different. Game displays unexplained new content, other signs of anomaly. Controller is confused and ends up at a game over. On second attempt to play the game is completed with no signs of anomaly. Test with animal controllers. Attempted interactions between cats, dogs, mice, and the game. Game displayed no signs of anomaly. Conclusion, game requires
Why
human
would you
connection
do
to
that?
generate signs of anomaly.
What are they gonna do?
Two-person interaction. After several attempts, interaction between
Yeah,
two
just give it a
people in the game
DSP.
anomaly
I'm pretty
appears
sure
to be
he would have
impossible.
actually been a perfect
Game is
test
somehow
monkey.
aware of more than one person watching it at the
What?
same
The game
time.
keeps changing. What? This is
Anomalies will
stupid.
not occur. Conclusion, game anomaly requires a connection with a single human. Interruptions cause connection to fail. Second controller test continued. Controller 2 is progressing through the game without interruption. Anomalies have occurred. Most notable is that Controller 2 recognizes things from his early life. Controller 2's game is largely different from that of Controller 1 in preliminary. The only constant appears to be the presence of Godzilla monsters within the game. Transcendence. The game anomaly appears to create a connection between a human and another realm, with a kind of connection to that person. I believe there is much to be learned through these interactions. I have classified my notes as the Transcendence Project, and I hope to discover more of the game's
In a
secrets.
game cartridge?
The last two entries are alarming. Group test day 9.
Baffling.
Jeremy was rushed to the hospital after having an epileptic seizure during test.
Ooh.
His family has a history of
gosh.
epilepsy, but he has had no prior seizures. Jeremy claims that it was brought on by a devil he encountered in the game. Jeremy also claims
Red?
that the anomalies are demonic in nature. He has since left the project. Group test.
It'd be
day
best for
3.
them to get out of there.
Jeremy's
Well, at
incident
least
has
he
left
got
a
out
strong
okay.
impression on the
Yeah,
group.
it's just like, get
Out
the
of
hell out of
original
Dodge,
8,
they
only
say.
3 are continuing with the tests. Their fears and anxiety seem to be making an impression on their game worlds. I worry that this may attract malignant entities. None of the controllers have completed their respective games as of this time.
You know, I would
To be
find this
honest,
kind
I
of goofy,
really didn't
but
believe
really,
a lot of Zach's
yeah, I don't
testimony
really
about
think
how
of
he
any
did
other gaming
with
creepypastas
the
that do this
paralysis
kind of
model.
stuff. So,
I
hey,
figured he was playing some weird
commending
modded
for
game and
that.
was getting caught
Yeah,
up
I
in
gotta
his
get
own
good props for
imagination.
that.
But this bit about Jeremy having a seizure, that's making me rethink it. And judging from this, Zach is the only person to have completed the game in its anomaly form. Group test day 13.
It should be a
September
drinking game how many
21st,
times they say that
1997
word.
is the last entry in the journal.
Yeah, if
Either the
anybody
project was
wants to,
abruptly
feel free
ended
to,
at this
or if you're
point,
already
or
doing
the rest of
that.
the journal has not been recorded.
Yeah, please
on this.
don't, though.
While this does give a bit of
Water
insight
will
about
be
the
the
game,
best
it raises more
option.
questions than it answers. Assuming that this is even legitimate, that is. These entries are very short for what's supposed to be a professional experiment. But regardless of whether or not it's real, I still don't understand how it's even in the game in the first place. The journal itself isn't lending me any answers, and I don't see anything else to look at on this page except the journal entries. So I'm going back to Amorphous to complete it. Falls
Well,
is a
might as
water
well.
Hey,
park.
Zilla!
Mostly the same as Ruins, just walking through and jumping over pits. Enemies here are the 1998 Godzilla, a giant lobster, and some more of those jumping creatures.
Actually, it's a giant
The
shrimp.
music is faster in pace and sounds more
Jumbo
threatening.
shrimp, baby.
The end of the level has you right at the waterfall, having to jump across blocks that come down the falls. Very much like those parts
No,
in
so-
Super Mario Bros. 2, except that it's a
Yeah, I
little
was about to
harder
say
because
that.
Godzilla's jumping is kind of
They acknowledge
awkward.
it.
Jumping creatures come down from the top of the screen every few minutes. With falls completed, it's time for another boss. Dagora is an aquatic reptile that alternates between crawling and flying around.
Neat.
When he flies, he releases starfish that attach to Godzilla and then explode.
I believe that's from
His
the
last trick is to
Mothra
spin around
series.
rapidly, creating
Yeah.
a whirlwind that blocks the heat beam and makes it hard to attack him.
I haven't read the
The only
comics,
thing that
though,
works
so I
against
can't
this
say much.
is the tail whip. From there, it's on to Reef. In this underwater stage, Godzilla can actually swim.
Wow.
I don't
Well,
recall
this
him
is
doing
Oh,
pretty much
they
natural.
swim now?
I'm very glad to see more health boosters. That bastard Dagora nearly took out Godzilla. Godzilla actually handles it better underwater than he does on land.
Well, it's
Although
obvious.
there are some drawbacks. You can't kick or tail whip unless you go to a surface and stand on it. The fish are peaceful, but the octopus will try to grab Godzilla if he gets too close. And there's more lobsters. They also move faster underwater. An unsettling
And not a
sight
Ninja
here,
Turtle in
a
sight.
creature tied to a rock.
Hmm.
He must have gotten on someone's
Better
bad
than
side
that.
and decided to drown him.
Also,
At the end of Reef is
Titanosaurus!
a long-necked aquatic dinosaur.
Huh.
He fights a lot like Godzilla, but he doesn't have a heat beam. Instead, he opens up his tail and knocks back with a blast of air, water, whatever it is. Lack of range.
Well, that's
weapons make him easier to
unexpected.
deal with spectacular
he's
ways.
alive at least.
Depth is another
Oh,
swimming
gosh.
pool, this time at the ocean floor. Very eerie music, and it's hard to see. Not a good sign. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but
What's
I don't
this
like
too?
it.
What's that? What's everything?
Looks like the drowning wasn't an isolated incident. At least
Oh
there's spare
gosh,
parts laying
this is
around.
what you call
These
the
enemies don't
abyss.
give any after being destroyed. God only knows what I might run into down here.
Yeah.
Like this dragon. I thought
Hey,
this was going to be a
Manda.
problem at first, but when I went to
Yeah, we're
cross, he
seeing
just
some
stood
familiar
there and let
faces
me,
now.
which is nice. Maybe if I keep going left, I'll find the exit. Nope!
No, 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 no,
Alright,
no.
after 10 minutes
Oh,
of swimming around,
God.
I seem to be getting somewhere. I figure I'm at the ocean
It's
floor.
like, oh god,
Nope,
no.
the hell out of
So the
there.
direction to go
Yeah.
is up. Freakish
Oh, boy.
mermaids have started swarming on me, so I must be close. Going up led me out of the depths and into a waterfall stage.
Ooh.
This one is set at night. I ran into this green character here, and then this happened.
Hello.
Hi there. You don't know me, but I was the one who helped you defeat Kong. If we work together, I think we can win this.
Lies! Deception.
Oh gosh, him again.
I think I know who Saul's afraid of.
I told you to leave.
You know what? No. Let's see how he likes getting blasted.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is your last warning.
Okay.
Wonder why he left after being attacked. Too cowardly to stay and fight? I highly doubt it.
Oh, he's
This
trying
fight was
to
fairly easy
get you away
until
from
Odia
it.
gave me a surprise.
It's a giant.
Turns out I can shapeshift.
Yeah.
What's worse is
What
that
is this,
not
Envy
only
from
is its
Full
heat
Metal
beam as
Alchemist?
powerful as mine, now it moves even faster. It switches between Godzilla and its true form every few seconds.
Whoa.
After losing a lot of life,
Whoa.
it dives downward towards
The
where
doppelganger
one
sort of
goes.
enemy.
Odia hides
Uh-huh.
inside them and sticks his head out to spew green spheres, which stick and make it hard to move. Then Odia rushes forward to ram Godzilla into spiked walls. It's an interesting tactic. In fact, I think I'm going to use it myself.
What the
Another one
hell?
bites the dust. And there's another world completed. I wonder what happened to
Yes.
those people who were part of the project.
Oh, now you're
Today
thinking
we're
about
going
that?
to World 5. The gate has 7 slots on it, so this is the halfway point. Tempest.
Tempest.
The board is a dark bluish color. It's got 3 level types.
Mega Gearus.
Top, swamp, and
Not gonna make any dick
I'm gonna
jokes.
start with top. Top
I don't
takes
get it.
place on
Whoa.
the top of a mountain range. You can't see it in the screen caps.
It's like
This
the
area
graphics
has
keep
very
changing,
strong
too.
mountains. I'm gonna need to pay attention so I don't plummet while
Looks
moving.
like something out of a computer.
There's an eerie feeling to this place.
Tongue. Oh
Rather
god, they got
low
the Gene
tone.
Simmons
Oh, just
tongue.
this place?
It's hard to hear over the sounds of howling wind. There are 2 kinds of gross bug enemies.
Ugh.
They seem to be related.
Hmm.
Both of them try to stab me with the face spikes. I'm starting to see body parts flying across the screen when the wind picks up. I'm running into these odd lump things with holes all over them. The bugs hover
Ugh,
around it,
trypophobia
sticking their
warning.
spikes into the holes, and they attack me whenever I get close. So I have to destroy all of them before I can get across. It's getting difficult to avoid
Nope,
these
nope, nope,
things.
nope, nope.
Well, I can see the bodies that have been
Ugh,
flying
I always
past
hated
earlier.
that.
They're covered in circular holes, probably stabbed to death by the bugs. There are also pink eggs found in the mountains by a sticky web-like substance. Small larval bugs leap from the eggs and drain health, but I've also seen them emerge on their own to feed on the bodies. I've gotten to a clearing that seems mostly free of
Disgusting.
bugs, and look who shows up! Musal.
I can't find my family. They're probably dead.
Oh.
Oh,
Aw,
goodness, that's
poor guy.
terrible here. Wait, what
Oh,
is that
no!
thing?
Having fun yet, idiot? You have to play
Aw,
games because
you
your
again.
real life is worthless. You have nothing else.
Gone.
That hairy asshole grabbed Usol and disappeared. And I like the little guy, so this pisses me off. I hope I can get him back.
Ouch.
Huh? There's a new monster on the
King
board.
Caesar?
Didn't unlock it in the level. I guess it's just the game being weird.
Hey, it's the
Who
poodle
knows?
dog. Hey, the
I'll
poodle
try him out in
god.
the swamp level.
Lion
His name
god?
is King Caesar. He's some sort of dog monster. He might be made of rock. The swamp is like a combination of the forest and ruin levels. Don't know about the water, but I'm
Now
staying
that's
out of
certainly
it.
that background
I'd
just looks
rather not take my
photorealistic. Like they
chances,
just
and I don't
took a
think rock
Photoshop
dog
on
is
there.
gonna be a
Yeah, it
good
does.
swimmer. The
If
music
you
has a
look closely,
primordial
you probably
sample.
could see
It's
either
like a
Slenderman or
slow
Siren.
knocking on
And-
wood. A lot of background noise in this level too.
Ugh.
What
Gurgling
are
and
you
whistling.
doing in the mess swamp?
The lump things are here, but the other enemies are different.
Bastard.
One is a long-necked creature with spikes that tries to stab me from the water. The others are toads that jump everywhere. They aren't strong and they give health when killed, but they show up frequently. King Caesar is fairly conventional for a playable monster. Though jumping
Caesar
is
show up
weird. He
conveniently.
falls slower than Godzilla and he seems rather light on his feet. But that's not a big issue. One thing I really
no.
like is he can aim his beam
No, no,
up
no,
and
no!
down, which
Don't
should
do
come in
this!
handy.
Don't do this! Don't do this
A
right
tree
now!
with syringe needles coming out of the
Don't
branches.
frickin'
I'm
load
just gonna
issue.
jump over it. What the hell?
Ugh.
I got
Okay.
hit by one of the needles, and
There
it
we
looks
go.
like it's
Oh,
injected
wow,
Caesar with
trippy vision.
psychedelic drugs.
Oh
Everything's
man.
wobbling rapidly and changing colors, and the music is messed
Yeah,
up.
definitely
I
on
can't
drugs.
play the game like this. I have to wait for this to
Ugh.
wear off.
They were on drugs
Ugh,
when they
this
made
is
this
making
level.
me dizzy.
Ugh.
Alright, 2 minutes and it wears off. I'm
Ugh.
definitely going to avoid this
Oh
tree
goodness.
from now on. Going
Don't
through
do
the
drugs,
swamp,
people.
encountering more of the same.
Yes.
Huh, I think we're at a boss.
Whoa. Oh no.
Yep, definitely a boss. The
Ugh.
giant toad is trying to eat Caesar, and his tongue is both his primary weapon and his weak point.
Oh my
Striking it
god, the
just gets me
freaking
stuck to it,
holes
so I
just
have to
get
use the
worse.
beam.
Ugh.
Yes,
Its
especially
arsenal
when
is
things
limited,
come
but the toad can
out.
birth many smaller toads out of the holes in its back. After taking enough damage, the giant toad retreats momentarily to let its spawn wail on me. They come at a constant rate, but by unrelentingly beating the hell out of them, it's a good way to gain health before the big one resurfaces. After doing this about 3 times, the giant toad goes kaboom!
Wow.
Look at those fireworks!
Literally.
Caesar is
Yes,
quite
now that's
effective, though
satisfying.
these levels seem a bit
Yes.
easy. I was expecting things to get harder by this point. Megagyrus is a monster dragonfly. You might notice it starts out with an empty power meter, which had me confused at first. But it turns out that Megagyrus gains energy by draining yours and then uses your own beam against you. An annoying trick, but
Like a
Megagyrus
scorpion
lacks
or
strength.
well
So
no.
it's just a matter of getting enough hits in. Fog is another ruin
Oh
temple.
gosh.
This one is somehow floating in the sky along with several large rocks. This area has less gravity. than normal.
Purgatory then.
There's music playing that sounds kind of like a whistle, but it's hard to hear over the wind. I'm having some trouble with these lizard-like enemies.
8-bit
They
wind.
stab with their tongues and will chase me around until I get rid of them. And here's where the level gets its name from. Every now and then the fog rises up from the bottom to obscure the view. That's the last thing I need when I'm trying to jump across flying rocks.
Especially on the
Nothing until
NES.
waiting for the fog to go back down.
Yep.
And some of the lizard things can fly. Thankfully, this level is rather short. At the end, there's this thing, which blocks me from getting through.
I'm
It's
not gonna
much
make
of a
any
boss. All it can
those
do is wave its
jokes.
tentacles and
Yeah,
call
nope.
other enemies. I met another denizen here, and wait, what is he doing?
Don't interrupt me.
Okay.
Okay, boomer.
Ugh, whatever. Anyway, time for the boss?
No boss.
What the hell? The world boss icon has moved to another part of the screen. How does that happen? Going back through some of the levels again. not
They
getting the
trolled
screen
you.
caps because it's the same stuff. I got through to where the icon had moved, and it moved again. Something's wrong here. I'm gonna take a break and see if I can figure
The
this
game's
out.
trying to warn you not to go further.
Hey, what the hell? Godzilla's confused.
Oh, well. Never expected that to happen.
Alright, I thought it over for a while. I think that the cause of this is King Caesar. He wasn't unlocked like Rodan was, he just kind of showed up. It could be that his inclusion was a trick. I'm going to try getting rid of him and seeing if that solves the
Good
problem.
call.
I'm going to feel like a real dumbass if I'm wrong, but I don't know what else to do. Here goes.
I don't know what to do.
That did it. I knew something was off about him. I'll use Rodan to go up against the boss now.
What if he
Salak
was sent by
resembles one of
that,
the lizard
gray
creatures from the
guy?
Fog level, except much
Yeah.
larger. The first thing I noticed is that it moves very fast, way faster than any of the previous bosses. This boss has numerous tricks up her sleeve, lashing out a tongue that drains health, tornado blasts from the wings, and heading off screen to let the kids have a turn. It's proving to be a hard battle.
Yeah,
Locke
nice.
hits Rodan with the tongue again, and health is
Oh,
going
right
to
in the
critical
area.
lows. But
Ugh.
now close enough that I can lay on the damage and
Hi,
prevent it from
get
falling
off of me!
It's a very close match, but I succeed.
Ugh, creepy.
And I thought it would end there, but it doesn't. It takes me
Nope.
back to the map again. King Caesar is back where the boss icon was.
Uh-oh.
I think he's mad about the whole dropping him into an abyss
There was a
thing.
reason for it.
I think he's the
Fortunately,
gray
he only has
guy.
as much life as he did when I got rid of him. That should be easy. That's what you get for working for that gray bastard.
Yep, I saw that one coming.
How very perceptive, but you didn't learn anything from that, Joe.
Oh,
Shit, I didn't
he
even
knows
think I'd be
about
fighting
it.
him now. I wasn't prepared for this. This might be as far as I get, but I am not going down without a fight.
Warlock. Just Warlock.
This guy is
Eh.
tough.
Yeah.
Very tough. Godzilla is the strongest monster I have, and I'm just barely holding him off. We're both getting low on health, and he's getting serious. Now he's destroying the mountaintop, so I have less places to stand. He absorbed my
Damn.
heat beam. He's gaining a lot of power. Better duck. This is it. Gonna blast him with all I have left.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
You fight well, not that badass.
Huh?
And Warlock floats away again. Probably so he
Oh,
can
wow.
regain his health and
That's
prepare for another
unexpected.
attack. No
Yeah,
doubt about
instead
it.
of just taking
And
it.
he knows about the journal? What exactly is he? Better question, do I even want to know?
Probably someone who's giving off
Yeah.
warnings. Maybe he's
Well,
a,
I'm
maybe
physically
he's a
and
minion
mentally
or
exhausted
something.
now. This game threw a lot at me that I wasn't ready for. I don't think it's going to get any easier from here, but I can't quit now. Not until I find Usal. I'm coming for you, little buddy.
And that was basically that.
Yeah, that's where it left off. And now fans have tried to, like make their interpretations and stuff, but yeah, I don't know really the whole outcome of it all. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, we'll admit that was interesting indeed.
It definitely it's unexpected. Like, I mean, I do think like some of it is kind of weird and stuff with the science logs and the journals, and also interacting with the creatures on the TV. But nevertheless, like the fact that there's like just the more sprites and everything is what makes it more investing, in my opinion. And overall, I'd say, if it were to be finished, I'm interested to see where it's going. Really,
Yeah.
The Warlock guy, I do think he's not quite as intimidating as Red, but maybe that's not. Yeah, maybe that's the intention. Like he's not the same thing as Red.
First off, he kind of talked to you and gave you a heads up.
It's like, this time is different because there's no personal connection. But I think there might be something interesting in terms of the last story, like with Zachary, like when he blew on the cartridge and then put it in, it collected a sample of his DNA and then made a personalized copy. I mean, it's an interesting thought to think about there.
It's definitely less like the first story, at least, but has some connections in ways.
Like, like some parts of it feel rushed and everything. Like the main characters are just kind of going along with stuff. Like, really, if I was like playing a game and like I like one of the characters actually said they could hear me, I would be like, okay, I think I don't think I'm gonna play games again for a while.
I'm out of here.
So overall, I just wish it were to be finished, but the fate of this story is just really unknown as of now.
And, well, I'll be honest here, it was interesting to revisit.
Like, I remember revisiting it back in high school, but not remembering too much from it, other than, like, the creatures just talking to him and stuff is like, yep, I can see why now. It's just, I wouldn't say it's bad or anything, it's just not as memorable. Like, the first story is just, like, it's like Stephen King length story, and it's just got like gripping stuff in it too, with the sprite work and everything.
Yeah.
And this one is trying to follow in its footsteps and like try to show like shove in some like backstory to it, or just like some kind of world building and stuff. But overall, it's okay.
And not to mention, some of the creature designs, especially that really came as a surprise, were also a nice touch.
Yeah. It never ceases to amaze me with like all the different weird stuff they come up with.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's what makes it stand out for most video game pastas.
Yeah, and also, can I just say this? I think it actually holds up a little better, like a Godzilla NES, far more than some of the other gaming pastas. I mean, another example B is Ben Drowned, because for its prime, yes.
Ben Drowned is like, the one that people would say is the best one, but I it didn't creep me out as like most other people said. Like, and even like when like I saw the footage of it and everything, some of it creeped me out, but I always knew that like it's something that like anyone could just make a mod out of, because I've seen people play like mods all the time.
Yes. Heck, Sonic
Like
EXE is
NES,
practically just a hacked game.
yes. I mean, yes, I do think it is classic in terms of creepypasta stories, but NES Godzilla will always be my favorite of the gaming type.
And also that with my creepypasta that I wrote a while back, it is I am basically making a remake and such, considering, well, what you guys basically witnessed. I'm still trying to make it work.
Well, it takes time and effort, that's all.
And there's also the Knight's creepypasta, the actual one, that we plan to read at some point.
Yes, I think that would be a good thing to do in the future. Or, for this October season.
And you still pretty much are going to do the Riella impression, I know that.
What? You got something against that now?
No, not at all.
That's good, because I do wish to make you witness horrors that you would never want to see.
It works. That works. That definitely works.
Good. Now, good night to you. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Well, everyone, we hope you find this interesting and enjoyed our reactions and commentary. We'll put a link I'll put a link in the description so you guys can pretty much check it out for yourselves.
And I just love how we got this up here and we just see immediately the one story that everybody loves to hate.
Uh-huh.
Yes. That is one big pile of shit.
Yes. Which it's true. Funnily enough, when I basically made Riella's heart, I made sure not to include a lot of those cliches because, well,
hyper-realism.
Yeah, I never once said hyper-realism, so even I was self-aware because I thought that sounded stupid as well.
Yeah, hyper-realism is just a stupid friggin' word in general. It's like something that's realistic, that's hyper, like that's stupid. All right.
Yes. And you want to know the crazy thing? Sonic EXE has been around just as long as Sonic has.
Well, yeah, so have these stupid stories, but really, it's the quintessential story that was like, I mean, it introduced me to creepypastas, but they can't say that's really saying much in complimentary.
I was introduced by other stories, such as like cupcakes and such. I mean, it's not like it is now, but back then you could pretty much understand why.
I don't
I'll-
know why I had such a fascination with those stories, but really, it was just like it was something that I had never heard of before, like certain stories of about kid shows that were made into gruesome stuff.
including people making theories and such, which don't really add up.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a thing I don't care for now, anyway.
Yeah. Now, if there's something I also pretty much am still trying to work through is I have chapter 2 of Silent Dreams to basically make.
Well, good luck with that then.
Yes.
And okay,
I wish you luck with your channel when you ever get back to doing such.
yeah, I'm about to say, like, I'm planning on like making at least one like Junji Ito related video, because I know that people really like those a lot, and yeah, I would, even though like I am kind of busy and stuff, I do want to make one of those for October, and I'll make it a surprise. It'll be a one that nobody will expect.
It'll definitely be interesting. I can definitely tell. I mean, for crying out loud, when I was introduced, it was by your channel.
Yes, exactly.
It works.
And yeah, I just and I'll also probably do more streaming in the future. I could probably stream the second Bloodstained game, perhaps. But that game really kicked my ass. I don't even think I finished it yet.
And
Well,
who
I'll
knows?
see what
And who knows? I
works.
might actually do like say a dark themed picture or something.
Well, you do what you wish. Okay.
Well, everyone, we'll be seeing you all later.
I hope everybody has a good night. And
don't
let all the deadly creatures bite you or something.
Pleasant nightmares, everyone. Pleasant nightmares.